Here we go! Here we go!
Starting today's episode of This Day in Grossly Embellished History. In 1522, Solomon the Magnificent accepts surrender of the surviving Knights of Rhodes, who are allowed to evacuate. You see, Solomon the Magnificent was a very talented man with a kind heart. He apparently stored all of the community's reusable diapers on his head. And this was also how he dressed when he worked as a street vendor selling foot-long hot dogs to the Young Turks, just like the wiener on his head. And in 1699, Russian Tsar Peter the Great ordered Russian New Year changed from September 1st to January 1st. This only took 4 cases of vodka and 4 months of sobering up. I guess we will have to wait a lot longer for the Chinese to stop worshipping the moon and wake up to the New Year. And in 1803, the French flag was lowered in New Orleans to mark the formal transfer of Louisiana Purchase from France to the USA for $15 million. Somehow, it still retains its French seediness to this very day. And in 1880, New York's Broadway, lit by electricity, becomes known as Great White Way. Nah, I'm not even going to touch this one. I'm leaving that one alone. And in 1917, Cheka forms. That's the Soviet security force and forerunner to the KGB. After a decree by Lenin. Yeah, if you think we don't have something like the KGB here to work, well, all I have to say is warrantless searches. And in 1967, Ian Anderson and Glenn Cornick formed the rock group Jethro Tull in Blackpool, England. Yes, the flute player and all that. You know, snot running down his nose. Yeah, they weren't referring to Stuttering John.
And in 1974, The Godfather Part 2 was directed by Francis Ford Coppola and starring Al Pacino and Robert De Niro is released. It gets an Academy Award for Best Picture in 1975, just 1 year later. It sure beats the hell out of Sleeping with the Fishes.
And in 1920, Bob Hope becomes an American citizen at age 17. He immigrated from England at age 4. Bob was the son of a stonemason and the 5th of 7 children who grew up in Cleveland, Ohio. Tribute to Bob Hope, the Great. And in 1879, Thomas Edison privately demonstrates the incandescent light bulb at Menlo Park, California. Before this, those guys were all in the dark. Also on this day, Justin Trudeau was told to kiss his first girl, and his father somehow had to influence him and tell him, that he should kind of get used to trying to make himself like that sort of thing, with girls. Son of Castro! And there you have it, folks, as this day in history with gross, disgusting embellishments has been established here on the morning show with Ky and Friends.
What the heck are you doing? What are you doing? I'm the mature young man. I'm stupid.